Right now at 6, a Chippewa Falls facility receiving $800,000 in federal funds. How the money aims to crack down on crime.
And housing affordability faces an uncertain future in western Wisconsin. The competing forces affecting potential homebuyers.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Governor Tony Evers visiting Chippewa Falls today. He's touring Cooperative Educational Service Agency 10. Also there, officials from the Office of Violence Prevention. That facility receiving $800,000 in federal funds to go toward cracking down on crime in schools and communities.
Violence will be something that is lessened. At least the opportunities for violence is lessened because people are able to deal with things in a really proactive way.
The governor created the Office of Violence Prevention after the Abundant Life Christian School shooting in Madison.
A News 8 follow-up. It's now a law. SNAP users cannot use their benefits to buy sugary things like candy and soda. The governor's signing that bill today. In Wisconsin, about 700,000 people receive food share benefits. And energy bills are going up. La Crosse residents are reportedly seeing a 30% jump in natural gas costs compared to a year ago. For XL users, that's a reported extra $44 on a bill. So what's behind the price spike?
Those are a variety of different factors too. It could be just, seasonal demand. We had recent storms here, so it could be damage to the grid. The war in Iran, there could be multiple different issues raising that price.
In Madison, bills have jumped 41%.
Congressman Derek Van Orden making a stop in Chippewa County. He is highlighting a $600,000 project for the Chippewa County morgue he helped secure. The request was made following the shutdown of the HSHS health system. Now, Van Orden says the investment will improve efficiency for law enforcement as well as reduce costs on taxpayers.
Just because we decide not to live in Milwaukee or Madison or Green Bay doesn't mean we shouldn't have very high quality, readily available, actually affordable health care. And people don't think about this, but the inconvenience of a family having to drive from here to Altoona when they're suffering from a lost family member, it's just not okay.
Before the investment, the county was forced to lease morgue space over at St. Joe's Hospital. Former Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel is in La Crosse for a town hall.
News 8 Now's Jadis McGee shows us what the town hall will focus on.
Political watchers say Emanuel is testing the political waters and Wisconsin is a key swing state. The former Chicago mayor will tackle several key topics in the town hall style format. The town hall plans to focus on education, technical colleges, and the current political landscape. Emanuel is expected to take questions from students and community members during the event. The town hall is scheduled to start at 6:30 and run until 8 p.m. Reporting in La Crosse, Jadis McGee, News 8 Now.
Early voting starts tomorrow for the spring elections. You have until April 5th to cast your ballot early. And Election Day, of course, on April 7th.
Well, we had a wonderful warm-up this past weekend, but lo and behold, the cold is back.
Midwest spring.
Well, like I said, if we didn't have 82 on Saturday, these temperatures are really not that bad for considering it's the middle or even towards the end of March. It just came on the heels of 80-degree weather, so it definitely feels cold. But for today, we had lighter winds, so overall, we're still a little bit below average, but still in the 40s. You got a little bit of 30s as you go towards where the snow really resides in northeast Wisconsin. Currently, right now, just a few high clouds out there, high cirrus. Otherwise, pleasant, really, you would expect for this time of year, be in the 40s at this point. Southwest winds or south winds at about 6 to 7 miles per hour. And really for this evening, just increasing higher clouds as we have a weak little system approaching. Not expecting anything this evening other than just a cloud cover getting back to 38, 37 by 10 p.m. Once again, with cloud cover increasing, but this is high cloud cover, so no precipitation with this yet as the wind continues out of the south. So later on, we do have warmer conditions this week, but it does come with a system that brings probably our only chance of rain this week. So we'll break down what our temps look like Wednesday and those rain chances that come in for Thursday a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, a Lansing Bridge update. Iowa's DOT says construction is underway to widen and build the new intersection on the Iowa side. Traffic is down to a single lane. The bridge replacement project will wrap up and open in 2027. Folks in La Crosse could be getting a survey in the mail within a few weeks. It is tied to the Northside Library. One option is putting a new swimming pool on the site. Officials say it could replace the facility next to Logan Middle School.
Housing affordability in Wisconsin could be improving. That's according to a new real estate report.
The question now, how long will it last? News 8 Now's Grace Monk is here with the answer. Grace.
The Wisconsin Realtors Association says affordability indicators improved in February, which could be a sign of hope for buyers. In February, home sales decreased and prices continued to rise. According to the WRA, the median home price in western Wisconsin was around $317,000. But despite the rising costs, lower mortgage rates, and an increase in listings showed signs of affordability improving.
We are seeing increases in homes coming on the market, properties being available, which will effectively allow more buyers opportunities to buy.
In February, the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate fell to about 6.05%. Today, the average rate is around 6.36%. Petrick says rising rates could impact affordability, especially for move-up buyers.
They're already in a mortgage. Some of them are still in the 3% range, and to bite the bullet and have to buy something with a 6.5% interest, that 3.5% increase sure makes affordability an issue.
But even with mortgage rates on the rise, Petrick says market conditions could still improve for buyers.
We're seeing signs more now in March than we saw in February of a little bit of stabilization of that, and maybe even an increase in the market coming.
Mortgage rates could drop down again, but that all depends on the cost of fuel. Reporting in the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. La Crosse Parks and Rec's summer program registration is now open. You can sign up online, by phone, in person, or through their app. You can see the list of programs at cityoflacrosse.org/parks.
Well, it's National Puppy Day, and the Coulee Region Humane Society has plenty to celebrate. The shelter recently welcomed a group of puppies from other rescues and now has 8 adorable pups looking for forever homes.
Most of them will be good with your house cat. Most of them will be good with another dog. They're kind of entering the world and don't have a lot of opinions and issues already set forward. So it's kind of fun to be able to have them literally bring them up within your family.
The adoption fee is $350 plus a $100 training deposit. The shelter refunds the training deposit when new owners complete a puppy class at local training establishments.
Still to come tonight, ICE agents at airports, how they're assisting TSA and reactions from area travelers.
Plus, Hawaii faces its worst flooding in decades. The weekend storms bringing a foot of rain and more rescue operations.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, the cast of The Pump House's latest play stops by live with a preview, and Art has some much needed warmth ahead when we see you starting at 5 a.m.
With Maxwell White's new Zero Dig sewer lining technology, we can repair your main drain line from the inside. No torn up lawns, no destroyed driveways, no mess. Contact Maxwell White today and experience the Zero Dig advantage.
What if we had a better treatment for cancer? What if it could find and destroy your cancer cells, but avoid your healthy ones? And what if it allowed us to watch your cancer shrink more easily and accurately than ever before? Meaning personalized treatments, fewer side effects, and more living. It's called Theranostics, and we're leading the charge, turning what-ifs into remarkable realities. UW Health Carbone Cancer Center. Remarkable.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Just announced. Get $8,360 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $1,250 members-only incentive.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
Have you checked your sump pump lately? After a big rain, basement flooding can significantly damage your home. Stay ahead and dry with a call to Maxwell White. We have standard pumps along with battery backup systems in case you lose power. Prevent future damage. Contact Maxwell White today.
Two pilots are dead and dozens injured after a plane crash at New York's LaGuardia Airport.
An Air Canada plane was moving about 100 miles an hour on the runway when it collided with a rescue vehicle overnight. Air traffic control had cleared the fire truck to cross the runway for another incident, but seconds later the controller tried to pull back permission.
One of the things that the NTSB will be looking at is the controller's workload and, of course, situational awareness.
Black box data has been recovered from the crashed jet. The nose of the plane was crushed, killing both the pilot and co-pilot. The airport reopened this afternoon, but passengers faced delays and cancellations. Stay with News 8 Now on air and online for continuing coverage of the deadly plane accident at LaGuardia.
Developing now, ICE agents are now at some airports. Their assignment is to help during those TSA staffing shortages.
News 8 Now's Seth Padilla has an up-close look at if La Crosse Regional Airport is being impacted.
We have no confirmed reports of ICE agents at La Crosse Regional Airport, but there are reports of them at Chicago O'Hare, which has a lot of flights to and from La Crosse. I talked to some flyers and their reaction is mixed, but bottom line is people just want wait times and lines to improve. So what will ICE be doing? Officials say agents won't screen passengers or luggage. Instead, they'll help with other security duties. Here's some reaction from travelers.
TSA is not able to. We need some protection. I mean, you never know who's going to get on the plane. So, yeah, I'm okay with somebody else helping. So I have no problem with it.
And some are nervous, not for themselves, but for others.
Maybe intimidated. Maybe like their flight might be held up, depending on what they look like.
In a statement to News 8 Now, ICE Public Affairs said President Trump is using every tool available to help American travelers who are facing long hours and long lines at airports across the country. And they mentioned how agents will help airport operations. And again, there are no confirmed reports right now of ICE agents being at La Crosse Regional Airport. Reporting in La Crosse, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now.
Meanwhile, Hawaii is grappling with its worst flooding in decades, leaving large parts of Oahu and Maui underwater. Over the weekend, more fierce storms brought at least a foot of rain. The National Guard made its way through waist-deep water to rescue stranded drivers. Roads were washed out and neighborhoods were engulfed in floodwater.
The impact is significant. The challenges our families are facing right now, trying to clean up, dealing with the disaster, basic infrastructure like roadways are crumbling. So this has actually absolutely been disastrous for our communities.
Maui's airport saw the wettest March on record with about 20 inches of rain. Hawaii Governor Josh Green said so far there have been no deaths, adding that storm damage could top $1 billion.
We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, unfortunately, well, fortunately, I should say, we're going to be warming back up into the 60s, maybe even touching 70 by Wednesday before you might see another drop in temperatures once again. We'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Load up and cash in at our Buy More, Earn More event this week at Fleet Farm. From March 23rd through the 29th, all Fleet Rewards members will earn bonus rewards on qualifying purchases for the whole family. Earn $10 when you spend $100, earn $25 when you spend $200, and earn $50 in rewards when you spend $350. Membership's free. Sign up in-store or online. And remember, the bigger the haul, the more you earn. So stock up now at Fleet Farm's Buy More, Earn More event. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Bring on the spring. Bring on the savings. Bring it on at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get out there in America's most awarded brand for new vehicle quality. Start a new adventure in a Ford Explorer. Take on the great outdoors in a Bronco Sport. do it all with an Escape. It's time to bring it on. Now get $2,500 bonus cash on a new Ford Bronco Sport. See your local Northland Ford dealers today.
What are you drawing?
I draw me walking a dog if I had a dog.
Where's my donut?
I have no idea.
I like your drawings.
Thank you.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Every truck stop, from Montana to Minnesota, knows about Big Hank's love for the long haul. But only his optometrist, Dr. Gary, knows about his love of reading romance novels before bed. Shopco Optical. Big Hank focused since 1996. People focused since 1978.
Well, some of the snowpack up to the north has melted off, and when hitting 80, that kind of then started to flow into the river. So we have two rivers that have some concern, but really it's not going to amount to too much given we're not going to see any amount of precipitation in the next 7-8 days. So what's left of the snow is really going down. So overall, the Yellow River, you have the flood warning up to the north to Badcock. It goes down to flood watch because it hasn't quite reached there. When it hits flood warning, that means you're at least in minor flood stage or higher. Or you're going to be projected to go into minor flood stage. And really, if you look at overall, it's just barely going to get in flood stage at these locations over the next day, day and a half, all the way down to Necedah too. So that's why you see that. But right now, it's almost going to be peaking at Babcock pretty soon here, just barely above flood stage. So nothing expected to be higher than that. And the Black River is already starting to fall towards the Black River right now. It's going to start coming down, so that flood warning has canceled. You have the flood watch towards Gaysville because of that reason. As you see, it gets up to about 12.1 as we go through tomorrow. It'll start to fall then. Overall, all these will run a little bit high given the water going in, but if you're south of I-90, there's no snow on the ground anymore anyway, so the rivers pretty much have seen everything. And the pattern, although we're going to go up and down with temperatures all the way through the weekend, next weekend, it's not a very wet pattern either, just some precipitation chances. As you can see, here comes the next push of warmer air. You can see that pushing up the southern Rockies, and then it kind of dives south. We'll see the warmer conditions likely Wednesday and a little bit on Thursday, depending on location. A front will come through Thursday afternoon or Thursday morning. Will get us much colder with a rain chance there. Then as we go through, Friday is going to be somewhat like today, really. We're going to be back in the 40s, kind of below average. Then the return flow happens this weekend. We'll warm right back up 50s and potentially 60s, and we see another push. But notice this high pressure now is starting to push a little bit further east, indicating there's going to be a change coming here. As we get towards next week, Tuesday, Wednesday look to be the warmest, but then things get very interesting toward the second half of next week. You'll see the circulation up there, a big low starting to form. It's going to be more active toward the second half of next week, so expect more precipitation chances, but at this point, no real cold air with it, so mainly just rain that we're going to be dealing with. For the time being, this is the front that's kind of pushing towards our area. You're just seeing a lot of cloud cover increasing. It's going to provide cloud cover overnight. It's going to kind of push east and then kind of stall west to east across northern Wisconsin, and really that's about it. So tomorrow going on, you'll see more cloud cover, but really nothing else. And that's why we see our temperatures a little bit milder than we saw last night. Way back in the 30s with more cloud cover, especially further north to go. Tomorrow, despite the cloud cover, well, we're still going to get probably at least average or maybe a few degrees above. A little bit more sunshine in the afternoon, but all in all, fairly nice Tuesday for the end of March. Wednesday's the warmest. That's right before that system gets close enough. We could be hitting some 70s. That maybe it's just a tad cool down there yet, so don't be surprised if these numbers do come up. And then Thursday, it's going to be a front coming through, so depending on location, it may not be much of a change for areas up further to north, further south to go. You might still have another warm day on Thursday, but that front will be coming. The winds will turn around, and we do have a precipitation chances with this, but not a lot. Here's Wednesday night, Thursday. This blue line is rain or snow line. By the time we get to Thursday morning, that's your best chance for at least some showers. The rain-snow line may get down close to Eau Claire, so you might see a mix, but I think that'll stay north of into Rusk County as we go into Thursday. Don't expect a lot of amounts with that precipitation, but you will expect some wind and some colder temps as mentioned for Friday. We're back in the 40s, and then we turn right back around to get to the 50s, even 60s through about next Tuesday, and then it definitely gets more, I would definitely get more wetter as we go towards the second half of next week, but at this point, even then, not all the days are wet, and it's mainly just rain right now. I don't see anything cold-wise and snow, which still could be a concern going into April.
Always.
Yep, always a chance.
Looks good in the meantime. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, on Cloud 9, the Badger women's hockey team champions once again for the 9th time. Hear from legendary head coach Mark Johnson and star senior Caroline Harvey on the win. Jacob is next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Come on, boys. These dogs aren't gonna eat themselves. Yeah, mustard? I'm a mustard gal myself.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $6,100 on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus get $3,000 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Big refund, big project, big savings at Menards. Turn your tax refund into your next big project. Plus, get an 11% rebate. Atlas Roofing provides the best value in architectural shingles. They feature a limited lifetime warranty, wind resistance up to 130 miles per hour, and their wide design saves on installation time. Visit us in-store or online to get free estimates fast with our easy-to-use design program. And get an 11% rebate on Atlas shingles.
Save big money at Menards.
Going on or coming off?
On. 14 hours.
Oh, thanks. Saving lives.
Cheers.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, once again, it was Wisconsin and Ohio State meeting with the highest of stakes last night, an NCAA championship for the winner. And once again, it was the Badgers celebrating when the clock struck 0, securing another national title. Wisconsin set the tone early, scoring 2 goals in the opening period, but Ohio State would answer with 2 early in the third. Eventually, though, Claire Enright would deliver the dagger, crowning the Badgers as champions once again. Legendary head coach Mark Johnson made it clear that the bond the players shared was key in the victory.
That shows what type of team and how well they connected as a group, even though at times we were separated. So give the players a lot of credit for pushing through and did enough to get to the finish line and ended up winning. So we're excited to bring the trophy again back to Madison, and we'll enjoy the next period of time as I process and figure out how we won the game.
Meanwhile, the trophy case for Caroline Harvey is filling up quickly, as after her gold medal in Milan at the Olympics, the star defender adds another championship to her ledger. But Harvey hopes her legacy is more than just a great player on the ice.
I'm just feeling really grateful, for all the experiences and the team we have here, the team behind the team. Really takes a village to get it done, and just the experiences over the last couple of years. But I hope I can be remembered as, it's not about what's going on the ice. It's the player, the person you are and how you carry yourself. So I hope I've touched people in that aspect and people remember me for that.
It is the program's 9th NCAA title, the most out of any school in the country, and it marks Wisconsin's 5th since 2019. And a special guest will be throwing out a ceremonial first pitch at Thursday's season opener at the Brewer game. Two-time Olympic gold medalist and Wisconsin native Jordan Stolz will take the mound and look to fire in a strike. Jordan Love also will throw out a first pitch at the game, and it is scheduled to start at 1:10. Can't believe it's just a few days away, guys. But
hard to believe.
Back to last weekend, the March Madness. We still have our three champions alive in the Sweet 16, so hats off to us. But some good basketball play, I thought.
No, the first weekend is always electric. Most of the top seeds still looking very much the part. So this next weekend is going to really start to showcase who's got that title.
When you have less Cinderellas making it, that just leaves better teams, better games down the stretch. So while the madness maybe hasn't fully ensued, there has been a couple of buzzer beaters as well. So that's been fun.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Jacob, thanks very much.
All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Maxwell White wants you to love your water. Preventative maintenance helps to keep the love going. Maxwell White can get your equipment running right so it can last longer and save you money. Call Maxwell White today. Water conditioning done right.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
Hey, Dominic here asking, what's for breakfast? The answer is more flavor using breakfast sausage pleasing. Turns out it's easier, tastier, and healthier than store-bought. Add 1 tablespoon of breakfast sausage pleasing to 1 pound of ground pork. You can also use turkey, chicken, or beef. Then make into patties and cook until done. Be sure to get your breakfast sausage pleasing and over 40 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Don't forget our great selection of gift ideas. It's what's for breakfast.
Tired of hard water and harsh chlorine? Maxwell White Water Conditioning brings you the all-new Dual Media Water Softener. Say hello to softer skin, luxurious hair, and water that feels amazing. Call Maxwell White today, where better water starts here.
All right, more cloud cover overnight and through Tuesday, although there'll be more sun as we're going towards the afternoon. All in all, milder start, so our temperatures do get back into the 50s, which is close to average now for this time of year. The warmest day, at least this work week, will be Wednesday, with some areas could top 70 before that storm system comes through. And although we'll see a significant temperature change Friday, we're not going to see much in the way of precipitation Thursday, but that temperature change definitely you'll notice. And then the weekend so far, we're going to climb back up the other direction, so kind of back and forth. Just kind of what you expect.
Yeah, weekend's looking comfy.
Yep, sure is. All right, thanks for joining us at 6.
We'll see you tonight at 10.